Good afternoon, everybody. Today, I thought I'm going to read a book for some of our older children in school because lots of the books, when I was looking at the videos, seem to be for our younger children as amazing as they are. So today, I want to share with you a brilliant book called Holes. Its author is Sachar. Um, and I read it first to a year six class about 4 years ago. So I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. I'm going to read you a chapter, and if you like it, maybe you want to see if it's in the school library or the library in Crowborough or any library you belong to, or even ask somebody to go out and buy it for you. Let's get stuck in. There is no lake at Camp Green Lake. There once was a very large lake there, the largest in Texas. That was over 100 years ago. Now it is just a dry, flat wasteland. There used to be a town at Green Lake as well. The town shriveled and died up along with the lake and the people who lived there. During the summer, the daytime temperature hovers around 95 degrees in the shade, if you can find any shade. There's not much shade in a big, dry lake. The only trees are two old oaks on the eastern side of the lake. A hammock is stretched between the two trees, and a log cabin stands behind that. The campers are forbidden to lie on the hammock. It belongs to the warden. The warden owns the shade. Out on the lake, rattlesnakes and scorpions find shade under rocks and in the holes dug by campers. Here's a good rule to remember about rattlesnakes and scorpions. If you don't bother them, they won't bother you. Usually. Being bitten by a scorpion or even a rattlesnake is not the worst thing that can happen to you. You won't die. Usually. Sometimes a camper will try to be bitten by a scorpion or even a small rattlesnake. Then he will get to spend a day or two recovering in his tent, instead of having to dig the huge hole out on the lake. But you don't want to be bitten by a yellow-spotted lizard. That's the worst thing that can happen to you. You will die a slow and painful death. Always. If you get bitten by a yellow-spotted lizard, you might as well go into the shade of the oak trees and lie in the hammock. There's nothing anyone can do for you anymore. The reader is probably asking, why would anyone go to Camp Green Lake? Most campers weren't given a choice. Camp Green Lake is a camp for bad boys. If you take a bad boy and make him dig a hole every day in the hot sun, it will turn him into a good boy. That was what some people thought. Stanley Yelnats was given a choice. The judge said, you may go to jail or you may go to Camp Green Lake. Stanley was from a poor family. He'd never been to camp before. I wonder what happens next.